Hi there, I'm Wild Humphrey, the Fact Master. I'll tell you all the things you never knew you didn't know. I'm back with a fact for you today, for you to take away. Now if you think of London, you may think, well, the Shard, the London Eye, the River Thames, the red buses, and Big Ben. One of the most famous, iconic structures in the world. That clock tower housing Big Ben, a bell that weighs 13.5 tons. Now it's not the biggest bell in the world, and it's not the biggest clock, but it's certainly the most famous. The clock is 23 feet in diameter. The minute hand is 14 feet long and the hour hand is 9 foot long. And on the clock face there's an inscription which is written in Latin but translates as, "O Lord, keep safe our Queen Victoria the First." Because at the time this opened, Queen Victoria was the monarch of the country. So that's what give it a mention. Couldn't just have Big Ben and no mention of the Queen. Anyway, 161 years old Big Ben is today, and 315 feet high with 334 steps if you want to climb to the top. But you can't just go there and say, "Oh, knock on the door, let me in." You've got to actually, there's a criteria you've got to meet. Firstly, you've got to be British. Then you've got to write to your MP, and you've got to outline your reasons why you want to go to the top of this tower and say Big Ben. And it takes probably at least 6 months before you'll even get an answer. But people do it, and they've been up there, and when they get there they need an oxygen mask. But this famous clock and this tower, the tower actually, it looks nice and straight when you see it, but it actually leans ever so slightly to the northwest. The top of the tower leans a little bit more out by just over 9 inches from the bottom. And this has been caused mainly due to what happened in the 1970s. They built and then opened the Jubilee line. And the Jubilee line was opened to commemorate the Silver Jubilee, Queen Elizabeth II. And her Jubilee was in 1977, and the new Underground Railway Jubilee line opened 1978. Yeah, it's a train after all, it's going to be late. And sure enough, it was. But back to this famous tower, featured in so many films. The bongs of Big Ben, the chime, the 16 chimes before the hour. So if it's gone up to 3 o'clock, it chimes 4 lots of 4 chimes, and then 3 bongs. And on the first bong, that means it's 3 o'clock. If it's 5 o'clock, the first bong, 5 o'clock, and so on. It's always the first main bong announces the hour. And when they were setting up Big Ben and they sorted all the weights and everything out, what they ended up doing, just to get it absolutely right, they were putting an old halfpenny coin as one of the weights, just to finally make it perfect. And I believe that's still there today. Can you believe it? Anyway, this old bell, 161, is looking good for its age. So is the clock, so is the tower. And it was in 2012, the tower was renamed to the Elizabeth Tower. So you got the Elizabeth Tower with Big Ben and a comment to Queen Victoria on the top on the clock. The reason they changed it in 2012 to the Elizabeth Tower was for Elizabeth's Jubilee, a diamond jubilee, and that is a fact. So that's just a bit about for you for Big Ben. But it was this day, 31st of May 1859, the first time Big Ben went bong, and that is a fact. I'm Wild Humphrey. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll be back with a load more stuff for you, and that is a fact. In the meantime, take it easy, and thanks for watching.